I'm gonna finish my thing with this. Um, I gotta call out the promoters. I'll tell you why. Good and bad, and I'm gonna explain it real quick. Obviously, there's huge money being given out like candy by the oil barons of Saudi Arabia, and so you're having this really nice card, right? And I'm glad. I'm happy. It's good for boxing, especially we're losing Showtime. We're losing all these networks. We need something. It's good. But here's the thing that bothers me, and it could turn into a good thing. It shows you there's no excuse no more for these promoters that will not put the good fights together. I'm not saying these are the fights we want. They're not the top fights, Wallen and Joshua, Wilder, Parker, but they're good. They're good, solid. So it's a start in the right direction. What I'm saying is that we haven't been getting the fights on any kind of regular basis, not even close to it, because the promoters won't put their guys in because they won't allow their guys to fight the other guy's guy because they don't control the whole promotion. So we don't get solid fights enough. Now we suddenly are. Magical. Magical. It shows you that it can happen, that these promoters will go and work together to put these kind of fights on. But it comes down to really the oldest human trait and weakness probably there is in the world. It comes down to greed. I'm sorry that I say things that straight, but it comes down to money, right? So if we learned anything, a lot of people will say that old saying, money is the root of all evil. Well, we learned something else here, that money is the one thing that can bring promoters together to give us the fights that we want. Money. And when you got a bunch of barons of oil just chucking money out, which is crazy, but chucking money out there, it shows you that these fights can easily be made. So I'm not saying that we should depend on these oil barons of Saudi Arabia to be the only impetus to get these kind of fights. What I'm saying is the fans hold these promoters' feet to the fire now and say, we don't want to hear it no more. We know you can make fights that we want. Make them. There's money out there. It might not be oil money all the time, but there's enough money. If you make the fights that we want, we will come. Kind of like that movie, Field of Dreams. Build it, they will come. The people will come, and the money will be there. So I'm just hoping that it could be something that the fans can hold the promoters' feet to the fire and continue to make these competing promoters come together for this, for the sport. For themselves, they're going to get paid plenty. It's always for that. But for the benefit of the sport needs it. The sport needs it right now. We are in trouble. Losing Showtime. We lost HBO years ago. We need to come up with a solution of why we're losing fans or networks. And the solution is not that complicated. It's to put on the fights that people want. Better fights. So maybe Rob will take this piece and make it into a clip. He does a marvelous job he puts the episode up on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And then by Thursday, he takes a few clips. I'm sure one of the clips will be the breakdown of these fights in Saudi Arabia. But another clip could be, and I'll name it right now, how we can save boxing. How we can save boxing. How we can keep boxing from losing any more fans or any more networks. How we can get boxing back to the top of the mountain. And that's how. That's how.